Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Inside the Mind, where we talk about online marketing strategy, what it is, why it's important, and why you should care. In the last episode, we talked about how to provide value, and in this week's episode, we're wrapping up our two-part series in creating awesome content with how to be engaging. Now, like I said in the last episode, being engaging is really just code for being a good storyteller. At the core of every person, we crave a good story, which is why we buy books, watch movies, or even a web series about online marketing. Stories take us away from what we're doing and bring us somewhere else entirely. Stories are humanity's currency, and the better stories you tell, the more interesting you become. So is it really any surprise that the businesses who tell the best stories also have the most competitive advantage? Brands like Coca-Cola and Starbucks tell compelling stories about their ideal customers in everything they do, from television campaigns to their Facebook pages and their Twitter accounts. Watching the story unfold gives you a very strong impression of what life would be like when you're a part of their brand. The massive disruption of the internet is that it really leveled the playing field, and big brands were no longer the only people who could have airtime. Mommy bloggers like Deuce and self-published authors like E.L. James have been able to make pretty decent livings primarily off of their ability to tell a compelling story. Now the problem is, not everyone who creates content is a good storyteller, and because of that they miss out on readership, social sharing, sales, and other benefits from a successful online marketing strategy. Now, there are a number of places that you could go to learn about being a better storyteller, but I would recommend that you start with Robert McKee's Story, which focuses on how Hollywood films are created and refined. Granted, you're probably not off to write the next summer blockbuster, but everything we do online is text and image based. The lessons in this book are more relevant than you could possibly imagine. And while there are way more qualified people than me to go into detail on storytelling, here's a basic structure that works perfectly for telling almost any story. 1. Exposition, scene and setting. Where are we? 2. Conflict, the problem in which the story is based. 3. Rising action, the journey from conflict to resolution. 4. Resolution, the solution to the problem, not always something that everyone will be happy about. And 5. Denouncement, what happens after the resolution. But if you really want to be a good storyteller, the best thing I can tell you is just practice. Read story for sure, but also look into reading stories from other renowned storytellers. A few of my favorites are Stephen King, David Sedaris, and Augustin Burroughs. If movies and video are more your thing, any of the movies on the Writers Guild's 101 best list are extraordinary films to watch for storytelling. And I would recommend that you get your hands on the screenplay and read along as you watch and see how the words on the page are brought to life. And finally, try writing your own little mini-saga, which is a story in exactly 50 words. Alright, that's all I got for this episode of Inside the Mind. Thanks so much for watching. And tell me, who's your favorite storyteller? You can leave your creative or interesting responses in the comments section below, or on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+.
Nobody tells people who are beginners, and I really wish somebody had told this to me, is that all of us who do creative work, like, we get into it, and we get into it because we have good taste. But it's like there's a gap, that for the first couple of years that you're making stuff, what you're making isn't so good, okay? It's not that great. It's trying to be good. It has ambition to be good, but it's not quite that good. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, your taste is still killer. And your taste is good enough that you can tell that what you're making is kind of a disappointment to you. You know what I mean? A lot of people never get past that phase. A lot of people at that point, they quit. And the thing I would just say to you with all my heart is that most everybody I know who does interesting creative work, they went through a phase of years where they had really good taste, they could tell what they were making wasn't as good as they wanted it to be. They knew it felt short. It didn't have this special thing that we wanted it to have. And the thing I would say to you is everybody goes through that. And for you to go through it, if you're going through it right now, if you're just getting out of that phase, you got to know it's totally normal. And the most important possible thing you could do is do a lot of work. Do a huge volume of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week or every month you know you're going to finish one story. Because it's only by actually going through a volume of work that you're actually going to catch up and close that gap. And the work you're making will be as good as your ambitions. In my case, I took longer to figure out how to do this than anybody I've ever met. It takes a while. It's going to take you a while. It's normal to take a while, and you just have to fight your way through that. Okay?